I'm blind. We're blind. Oh, we're watering again. I'm always watering. Gosh, I'm like a garden hose. Oh, okay, here we go. Hey guys, welcome back to the videos. I'm going to be doing a green eyeshadow look today. I'm still using the At Forest Sight by Rawbeautykristi. I think it's super helpful to do videos where you do multiple looks using one palette. I know a lot of people kind of get bored seeing the same palette, but I will say when you buy a palette, you want to see somebody do more than one look. I don't want to only use 4 shades out of the palette and then you have no idea how to even use the other shades. I really want to dive in, get versatile with it. The other video we used these pink shades here, and in this video I'm going to be using these green shades down here, and I'm super excited. I have a green shirt on and I'm ready to go, so let's get into it. We're going to go from this to this. I really hope that you guys like this look. I'm so excited. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so I'm going to start out by going in with the shade Fiddlehead. It's the shade right here in the palette. To start out with, I'm going in with a Morphe M513. It's a little bit smaller of a blending brush. It's still tapered. I really like my tapered brushes, but it's not like a huge one. In comparison, I'll show you. Like this one is pretty fluffy. It's just a little bit smaller in size. So I'm just gonna pick up some Fiddlehead. I'm really tapping off the excess. I'm scared, you know. The last time it was super pigmented when I went in too damn hard, okay? So I'm learning less is more with this palette sometimes. So I'm gonna go ahead and start out by placing that in the crease and the outer corner area. I'm actually gonna start by placing it on the lid and just tapping motions. I'm not swiping. I just really want to get that color down initially. And I'm using it right in the outside corner of the eye here. And I'm almost like pushing it into my socket, okay? Just to like place that color down initially. Where'd it go? Where'd my palette go? Found her. Build it up slowly because you can always add more, but you can't take away. It's a hard lesson to learn with color. Do you guys want to see like a smoky neutral color? I know a lot of people don't actually like to play with colored eyeshadows and they really prefer to do like neutral eye looks. If that's something that you guys are interested in seeing me do, definitely let me know in the comments down below. All right, so I am noticing with this shade, it's definitely something that's hard to blend. You can tell it looks like a little muddy. It's gonna be a shade that you really have to work with. Work slow and build it up. Do not go in heavy-handed, especially with darker shades. I feel like that's something that I used to do all the time. I would go in so hard. I'm like, yeah, let's pack it on. And then I could not blend it. Okay, so that's where it's at right now. I'm gonna do the same thing to this eye off camera. I will be right back. Okay guys, so this is where we're at so far with the look. I literally have only used that one shade, Fiddlehead. I will say, I don't know if you guys can see, you do get a lot of kick up in the pan when you do go into these shades. I think that's pretty common with Colourpop eyeshadows. I only have one other palette by them and their other palette does the same thing. But I will say when a shade is a little bit more powdery like that, it does make them easier to blend. So I definitely do recommend Colourpop eyeshadows when you're going to be like a beginner or just starting out with trying to blend or use more shades and things like that. I highly recommend it. I'm really impressed with both their palettes that I own. So the next thing that I'm going to be doing, tornado down here. Oh gosh. Okay, so the next shade that I'm going to be going in with is Emerald City. It's the shade right here. It's kind of like a forest hunter green shade. This is the Morphe Jaclyn Hill JH35, and this shade is even darker. Okay, so when I say I'm gonna pick this shade up, I mean boop, boop, boop. Okay, that's it. And I'm tapping off the excess as well. Really do not want to go in and ruin the look because that's something that's very easy to do when you're working with really dark eyeshadows like this one. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna be placing this lower on the lid. So where my crease is right here, I'm gonna be placing it lower and very tight into the crease area to deepen up this outer corner. Same thing like before, I'm just tapping it on because we just want to lay the color down. And then now I'm going to take this brush and I'm going to angle it outwards. So I went from this way where I patted the color on, and now I'm angling it out just because I don't want it to go up high. I want to keep it down low. And I'm kind of patting it in little circle motions. We want to build it up slowly. And I'm going to bring it in a little bit, like almost at like halfway on the lid right here. Now that I have the color placed down, I'm not going to take any additional product. I'm just going to start wiggling the brush around to try and blend this out now. Same thing, I'm getting really deep in that socket there because I want to keep this tight and low in the crease in the outer corner. Just using windshield wiper motions in that crease area. So this is where we're at. It's just a little bit darker. Now I'm going to go back in with nothing else on the product, and I'm taking the brush that we used for the very first shade, and I'm just running over edges of that dark shade to try and marry the two together. So that's where that's at right now. I'm going to do the same thing to this eye, and I will be right back. Okay guys, so we're back. This is where we're at with the look. I'm really enjoying it. It matches the shirt so well. I'm so excited about it. Next I want to go in and use a little bit of the blue shade to deepen this up even more, and this blue and this green is going to blend together so nicely. I'm not even concerned that the look is going to turn blue because once again we're going to be using such a little amount of it, okay? So the next shade that we're going to use is this blue shade right here. It's called PNW. All right, so I'm taking a little brush. It's very dense, okay? This is not like a fluffy brush, super stiff, and this is gonna allow me to have a lot of control over this product and where it goes. And this is the Morphe E18. And I just did like a little tap into the palette. And so I'm taking this right on the outer corner, and same thing, just stippling it on there. And you can tell, like, I took up such a little amount. We're gonna be sitting here building for a little while. I'm going right over where we put that original green shade. Okay, so I'm pretty happy with the placement of that. Now we're gonna go in and we're gonna blend this out. What brush do I wanna use? I'm undecided. I'm gonna take the one that we used for the Hunter Green shade, and I'm gonna dip just a little bit into the Emerald City, which is the shade that I'm talking about. I keep calling it Hunter Green. It has a name. Just a tap, and I'm going right on top of that blue shade. And I'm gonna start by slowly blending this out, little circular motions. It takes time. We must trust the process. Oh, we're getting smoky today. Now I'm gonna take a brush that has nothing on it. This is the R37, super fluffy, and I'm just gonna blend out right on top of it, right in this upper area, doing circle motions. And I'm just blending everywhere. I really don't care about the lid. I'm gonna be cutting the crease, so we're going all out. All right, so I'm gonna cut the crease. This is another thing that you guys asked me about, is cutting my crease and how I do it. I am gonna do the best that I can on this video because I literally am holding a mirror and it's hard to do things one-handed. I know for sure I cannot do my eyeliner one-handed. I'm gonna have to figure out a contraption of some sort to like have a desk and be able to show you guys how I do that. Okay guys, so I'm taking the I'm taking the Chart. I cannot talk today. What is wrong with me? I'm taking the Sharp. Is it Sharp? What is the name of this? What is wrong with me? I'm taking the Tarte. Oh my gosh. Someone get me a doctor. Okay, I'm taking the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer, the one that I was running out of that has like hardly anything left in it. And I'm taking the little wand. I will never apply this to my face again. Don't worry. Don't come for me in the comments. And I'm taking a flat Morphe M167 brush, looks like this. And I'm going to pick up some concealer. So I have this coated. Dang, that's coated. What I'm gonna do is I'm going to start low because we don't want to go crazy high. Next thing you know, we got a whole problem. So we're going to start low. I'm going to go right in the inner corner here. Just low on the lid where I want it to be and like where I want it to stop. So I have a guide of where I can stop. And I'm going to keep my eye open, come down right here into the tear duct area. And now I'm going to just follow this crease. Ran it over that way. So now it looks like this. And I'm going to follow it down. And I'm just going to clean this up by using a tapping motion. Okay, so that is the one eye with the cut crease. That's where we're at. Now I'm going to take my pinky and I'm going to, or a finger, whatever finger, and tap the end of it just so that it's not so harsh. And it gives it like a nice gradient right there. So I'm going to do the same thing to this side and I will be right back. Okay, so I'm back. They're both cut. I'm going to take a little bit of that translucent powder, tapping off the excess. I literally just dipped into it slightly. And I'm going to set right on top where that concealer is. And I'm wiping away any fallout down here. That's how I cut my crease. I don't know. Just works out best for me. That's the way that I do it. Next, I'm going to be taking a different palette because once again, I'm just not really a fan of like any sparkle shades in there. I don't know. I do need to try that yellow shade. I am going to try the yellow shade. I've seen other people use it. It's gorgeous. I just don't think that this yellow shade is going to go with my eye look today, but I do want to like test this shade out. It looks crazy. Okay guys, so I'm going to be taking this different palette. It is the Zulu palette by Juvia's Place. It looks like this. And, oh, I love the inside. Oh my gosh, what a queen. Okay. Isn't that cool? I love their packaging. I love their packaging! I'm going to be going in with this shade right here for the lid. I'm excited. Okay. I'm super excited. Gosh, I have serious ADD. Man! Oh, look at her. Look at her. She came out to play. Go away. I'm not ready for you. Wow. Look at how beautiful that is. You guys, I could die. I could die. I could die. I could die. 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 Just bury me right now. Oh! A tip for going in the corner, because if you have big fingers like me, you need this tip. Look down and look away from the corner of your eye and then pat. It lets you get like way closer to the corner. Okay, so now that I have that on, I'm taking my beauty blender. I'm not picking up any additional foundation, but I am gonna wipe these corners out because I don't want this bright green shade in the corner because I'm gonna put a different color there. All right, so let me wipe this finger off because that much is still on my finger. I cannot believe how gorgeous that is. I feel like an alien from outer space. It's fantastic. I gotta use that shade around Halloween time and do something like witchy with it. Ooh. Ooh. Woo! I'm already thinking about stuff that I want to do. I need to relax. Yeah, okay. My ADD would never let that happen. All right, I'm going back in with the At Foresight palette because we need to marry these shades together. And I'm going to be picking up Emerald City. Just tap. That's it. Get rid of the excess. Like I said, it's already dark enough. We don't need to go psycho crazy up in here. And I'm just going to be marrying these shades together. I'm slightly running over the line here, just to kind of give it like a gradient blend. And because it's a shimmer, it does make this side look a little bit lighter. So I'm actually gonna take that stiffer brush and I'm gonna go in with the PNW shade. Once again, that's this blue shade right here. Just to really see if I can hide that shimmer that's a little bit overpowering. All right, just darkening up this outside here a little bit. And I'm going to take the brush with nothing on it and I'm just going to blend up here just because it looks a little harsh. All right, so this is where we're at with the look right now. It's time to get started on this underneath part of the eye. I'm going to take the stiff brush and I'm going to do the PNW, this blue shade, right on the bottom. and it's going to be really, really super tight lined. And you can kind of definitely tell a difference with this technique versus when I did the other video, the pink shades. When I did the pink shades, you could really see how far it came down when I was using the bigger brushes versus right now with these smaller brushes. It just really gives you a lot more control. Literally, I'm running it directly in my lash line. And now I'm going to pick up a little bit of that Emerald City using the same brush, and I'm going to blend that in with the blue. Okay, so my camera cut off and stopped recording, so I have been going in with the shade down here, Fiddlehead, and just kind of running it underneath those other two shades to kind of connect to this outer corner here. And I'm going to go back in with the brush that had nothing on it, and I'm just going to run down here, make sure that there's like a nice gradient. So I will be right back. I'm going to go apply a beautiful black winged liner, and I'm sorry that I can't put that on camera. Like I said, I need two hands to do it and cannot do it with one hand holding the mirror. I apologize. I know I'm sorry. We'll figure that out later on in life, okay? Okay guys, I'm back. I have my winged eyeliner on. Although I wasn't able to show you how I did my wing eyeliner, I will tell you I use this product here. It is a gel eyeliner. It is the Maybelline Lasting Drama Gel Liner in the shade Blackest Black. And I use a brush that's flat, looks like this, to apply it. And then I use the Colourpop Cream Gel Liner in the shade Black to just do the waterline. And now I'm going to go ahead and apply some mascara, which we know is my least favorite thing to do since my eyelashes are falling out. So to start out with my mascara, I'm using the Benefit They're Real. Looks like this. I love all Benefit mascaras. I feel like those are the only mascaras that I really ever use, is by Benefit. And I'm starting out, I put the mirror down low and I set this on the waterline and I blink down to get the initial coat. And after I have the initial coat, then I kind of go in and I rock back and forth just to really get that volumizing coat on it. I'm not going to be applying fake lashes today, you guys. That was a really fun experience, and I probably will put them on again, I'm not going to lie. But I really did not enjoy how they felt on my eyes. I just feel like I have really, really sensitive eyes, and it was really difficult to leave them on throughout the whole night. I'm pretty okay with my natural lashes today for this look. So I'm going to do the same thing to this eye. I will be right back. Okay guys, I'm back. I have the mascara on the top and the bottom. I'm now going to be going in with, as always, the Jaclyn Hill Loose Setting Powder. Once again, this is from the holiday collection. I don't know if this is still available. It's in the shade Extra. I'm just going to open this up. This is going to be my inner corner highlight. This is what it looks like inside. Same thing, it has a sifter. That's what the color looks like. And I'm applying this with a really, really tiny brush, about this size. This is the Morphe M213. And I'm just going to pick up a little bit because it does get really intense really fast. And I'm just going to apply this right here in the inner corner. And same thing on this side. Gets really intense really fast. So just rounding this out. And now we need some lipstick. So I decided that I'm going to go in with the Jeffree Star liquid lipstick in the shade Baby Daddy. It looks like this. Okay. Now I'm going to go in with the Morphe. It's a gloss. It's the Morphe Boho Gloss. Looks like this. It's like a little bit pinkish. It's like a mauve type of tone, I guess you would call it. Okay. I'm pretty happy with that. It looks nice. Okay, guys, so this is the finished look. I am so impressed with how these two palettes performed. I am obsessed with this green lid shade. I cannot believe how bright and vibrant it is. That is actually the only palette that I own by Juvia's Place. I definitely am going to have to look into getting more palettes by them. I just cannot even believe how pigmented those colors came out. The At Foresight palette by Rawbeautykristi, I love. I think that it's super beginner friendly. I think that all the shades really blend out nicely, and I definitely was really testing this palette by dipping into those darker shades because sometimes it's really difficult to get darker shades to blend, but I definitely think that this palette is super blendable. I only used those 3 shades and it came out perfect. I'm absolutely in love with this look. It goes with my green shirt. I wish my fingernails were green. That's a whole nother story. This is definitely gonna have to get fixed. I can't even. I feel like Ratchet Judy right now. Sorry if your name's Judy. Anyways, I really appreciate you guys tuning into this video. Please give this video a thumbs up, comment down below, and subscribe to the channel. I look forward to posting more videos and interacting with you guys. Thank you for tuning in today and watching the video. I hope that you liked the look. I hope that you were able to get something out of this and that you're able to go home and recreate this look and feel super empowered and confident like I'm feeling right now. Okay? All right, guys, thank you so much. I will catch you guys in the next video. Bye.